Why is this better than this? And why is this better than this? After watching the teaser trailer of the House of the Dragon and not remembering anything from the first couple seasons, I went back and I rewatched the first episode of season 1. As I was watching the first episode, I came across 2 scenes that explains perfectly why A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is resonating with fans so much, and the House of the Dragon has just been quite forgetful. Right from the opening scene, instantaneously knew why A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms had me hooked within the first 2 minutes of the show. So let's take a look at the first scene of the House of the Dragon and compare it to the first scene of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Within the first 4 minutes of the first episode of the House of the Dragon, you get a ton of exposition. It is just somebody explaining what is going on, which I'm not a huge fan of if you have to over-explain everything.
Rhaenys, a woman, would not inherit the Iron Throne.
Then the introduction of the main character. All you really see is King's Landing, some dragons, and a girl that looks exactly like Daenerys Targaryen. That's honestly my first take when I saw it for the first time. Very cool. The CGI looked great. It looked awesome. King's Landing looked cool. You only know you're introduced to one character. All of the rest is just visuals. Now, taking a look at the first 2 minutes of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, instantaneously you get the vibe of the show, and you're thrown in right to the main character digging a grave. And within the first 2 minutes, you know exactly what's going on. The main character was with this older guy his entire life. He raised him as a father, and now he's dying and he's burying him. It has you hooked. Who is this guy? What's going on? And it gives you the theme of the show right off the bat. You need to know where it goes. The other scene that you can literally compare apples to apples from these 2 shows that directly show why A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms has just been better in my opinion is the jousting scene. In episode 1 of the House of the Dragon, King Viserys throws a grand tournament in celebration of his long-awaited male heir. It is a grand spectacle. The tournament is big, it looks cool, it has all of the characters there, but in my opinion, the scene is just meant for Rhaenyra and other political conversations to be taking place during this tournament. So the action is pretty cool, but it just lacks. You don't know what until you see the jousting scene in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. When you compare it to the one in The Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, well, not as big of a spectacle, it just feels way more grounded and rooted in reality. Although it is a fantasy show, it just feels a lot more real and personal. The city is smaller, the tournament feels more gritty, and as we watch the first joust from Duncan's perspective, it really feels like there's stakes there. It feels like this could be him in the coming days, and it will be him because he wants to enter the tournament. This is real, it feels real. The action overall is just done better in this show. A jousting scene that ends up the exact same in both shows. One is just done slightly better, and it just resonates with fans a lot more. Now, these are just 2 examples of scenes that highlight some major themes and the differences of these 2 shows. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is more character-driven, more real, it's more grounded in reality, as the House of the Dragon is more grandiose, it has more stakes, more political stakes in the Westeros universe. It has more on its shoulders. Now, in a world where everything is politicized and everything is political, it is just so nice to have a show that is a little bit of escapism. It's not about politics, it's about honor. It's a story about becoming. It's a story about hope. It's a massive difference than juggling the politics of the Iron Throne. And that is the reason why it just makes the story feel more precise and like it's going somewhere. And although the dragons and the CGI is incredible, sometimes it just takes you out of it because obviously dragons aren't real and they're so powerful that it just seems like if you have a dragon, you could fuck up anybody. In the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, it really feels like anybody could die at any moment, which is a part of what made the original Game of Thrones so good. George R.R. Martin was willing to kill off main characters to leave you wondering at all moments. But I really want to know what you guys think. I think you could tell where I'm leaning. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, I'm just liking that better than House of the Dragon right now. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think I'm just retarded? I want to know what you guys think. Is House of the Dragon better than A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms? Let me know in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions for future video ideas that you want me to cover, also let me know in the comments below. If you listened this far in the video, I thank you. Drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel because we got a lot more coming your way. But until then, I'm Brandon. This is Screen Wars, and we'll see you in the next one.